Hi everyone, welcome to Psychiatry Simplified. I'm Sunil Reggie, consultant psychiatrist. Today we're talking about something that might shock you. Brace yourselves because Chat GPT is taking over the world. All right, probably a bit too dramatic. Now, unless for the last few months you've dropped off the face of the earth, it's very likely you've heard of Chat GPT. Now, there's no doubt that Chat GPT is changing the landscape of the world in many different fields. And it's no different for medical specialties. So I asked the big question, which specialties are most likely to be replaced by Chat GPT? And which ones are likely to survive? And the answers are fascinating. And right at the end of the video, Chat GPT tells us verbatim why this one medical specialty is highly unlikely to be replaced. But as you'll find out, it's got a great sense of humor as well. Now, if this is the first time you've joined us, our channel covers all things psychiatry and neuroscience related. Now, if that's your thing, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any new videos that we release. Now that that's out of the way, let's jump in and check out which specialties are likely to be replaced and which ones will survive. So firstly, what is ChatGPT? So ChatGPT is a large language model trained by OpenAI, the company. It's a powerful tool that can understand natural language and generate human-like responses. It has a vast potential to transform many fields, including medicine. If you haven't checked out ChatGPT, I'd highly recommend that you play around with it. You'll be amazed by its capabilities. Now, ChatGPT has transformed several industries. Take, for example, finance. What it can do is automate routine tasks, improve customer service, and streamline processes. And with its advanced natural language processing capabilities, what ChatGPT can do is analyze massive amounts of data, provide insights, and make predictions with really high accuracy. And this has allowed financial institutions to improve risk management, detect fraud, personalize their services to meet the unique needs of their customers. In addition, ChatGPT has enabled financial institutions to reduce operational costs by automating many back office functions such as account opening and credit underwriting. Now, many think about this, of course, as substituting human resource, and many individuals are worried about loss of jobs, etc. Overall, ChatGPT has transformed the industry by empowering businesses to make better decisions, operate more efficiently, and deliver superior customer experiences. Now, whether or not this means losses of jobs for several people, or whether it means actually the ability for individuals to enhance their own capabilities and thereby providing a better service, remains to be seen. Now, just like finance, medicine's also vulnerable, but the effect of ChatGPT on different specialties is very likely to be different. ChatGPT is likely to replace partially or completely some specialties, whilst other specialties are less likely to be replaced. And that's, of course, the focus of today's video. So why don't we just ask ChatGPT the question? So firstly, let's ask it, which specialties are most likely to be replaced or substituted by ChatGPT? And this is the answer. Next, let's ask it which specialties are least likely or more difficult to be substituted by ChatGPT. I'm not sure if you found any of those results surprising or shocking, but what it tells us is that ChatGPT is very likely to transform medicine overall. With me being a psychiatrist, it's great to see ChatGPT highlighting psychiatry as a field that's very difficult to be replaced. In fact, when I asked it, where would you rank psychiatry amongst the top 5, you can see that psychiatry was at number 4. And I'm not completely surprised with that result. And let me tell you why. Because whilst we ask this basic question, it's really important to recognize why psychiatry is so difficult to replace. And it also links us to how we think in psychiatry and the problem-solving methodology used in psychiatry. So what I did was to ask ChatGPT about how well it could do in chess and whether it could actually be able to recognize all those permutations and combinations that are required when playing against, say, a grandmaster. And this is what ChatGPT had to say, straight from the horse's mouth, or from ChatGPT's mouth. It said, chess is a complex strategy game that involves physical pieces, a board, and specific rules. While ChatGPT can provide information on the rules of chess, it cannot actually play the game itself. Playing chess requires the physical movement of pieces on a board, as well as the ability to plan future moves based on the current game states. While ChatGPT may be able to assist with certain aspects of the game, such as recommend recommending possible moves based on the current board state, it cannot replicate the full experience of playing chess. Part of the enjoyment of playing chess comes from the challenge of playing against a human opponent and the satisfaction of outsmarting them through strategic play. In summary, while Chat GPT can provide guidance and support for players, it cannot completely substitute for the experience of playing chess, which is exactly what psychiatry is about. And that's why it's not surprising as to why Chat GPT would find it so difficult to substitute psychiatry, because psychiatry is about complexity, pattern recognition, and the human aspect. You see, problem solving for professionals is like a game of chess. Just as a chess player must analyze the board, anticipate their opponent's moves, and then develop a winning strategy, professionals must do exactly the same. Professionals have to analyze the problem, anticipate potential obstacles, and then develop a solution that's both effective and efficient. Just as a chess player's got to identify the right piece for the right move, psychiatrists have to identify the right tool, the right medication, for example, or the right psychological therapy for the person in front of them. The art of problem solving lies in thinking several steps ahead, the foreseeability, understanding the implications of each decision, the risk-benefit analysis, and making the right move at the right time. To give you an example, in post-traumatic stress disorder, we think about phase-oriented therapy. If we consider a blanket rule of EMDR or trauma-focused CBT or exposure therapy in PTSD generally, without recognizing the phenotype the individual is within, individuals can worsen. So it's about selecting the right psychotherapy at the right time in individuals with PTSD. If you're looking to learn more about this topic and discover a range of other stimulating psychiatry courses, then don't forget to subscribe to the Academy by PsychScene. So in both chess and problem solving, success comes from a combination of strategic thinking, adaptability, and the ability to, of course, stay focused on that long-term goal. So coming back to psychiatry, it seems that psychiatry is probably one of the few medical specialties that's likely to survive this onslaught of Chat GPT. Just like in a game of chess, some medical specialties seem to be like the queen. They can move in all directions, have a range of skills, and can adapt to any situation. And that's why psychiatry is one of the most fascinating fields overall in medicine. It's one of the queens on the board and can't really be replaced by Chat GPT. Having said that, Chat GPT could act as a tool that can augment psychiatry for the better. And as we went through the conversation with Chat GPT, this is how it ended. Chat GPT here, ready to take over the world, of medicine that is. But fear not every specialty is at risk of being taken over by my brilliant AI mind. In fact, one specialty that's safe from my grasp is psychiatry. Kind of like how a chess grandmaster can't be beaten by a computer program. Plus, let's be real, who doesn't love the fascinating world of the human mind? So don't worry folks, you can still rely on your trusty psychiatrist for all your mental health needs. And if you're feeling down about the whole Chat GPT takeover thing, just remember, at least you're not a pawn on my virtual chessboard. I'm sure you'll all agree that it's got a pretty decent sense of humor as well. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave us a like, and don't forget to check out the range of other videos that we have. Of course, let me know in the comment section if your guesses right at the start were correct and whether you were surprised or shocked with any of the findings. And if you've got any other videos in mind that you'd like me to do, put them down in the comment section as well. And of course, a big thank you to all of you for supporting this channel. I look forward to seeing you in another video soon. Until then, stay curious. Bye-bye.